Hi, I'm Grace.
I'm Katrina.
I'm Eve.
And I'm Caden, and we're the cast of Buckets. So in Buckets, we like the background of it. It's like, it's open for interpretation with like a lot of the scenes, and like the meaning of like buckets for this play. What I got from it is like, you can get like buckets of love and like buckets of happiness, like buckets of sadness, buckets of sickness, like just buckets of like every emotion like you have, like the human has. It's all into one, and it's like life and death is like the whole like play is set about.
And you have a bucket list.
Yeah, there's
To
the
follow.
bucket lists and all. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a lot of the scenes from Buckets is like mainly ensemble work. We've just incorporated ensemble in like maybe 2 people scenes just to make it seem more lively. And when you're working on in an ensemble, you've got to take into account everyone else's opinions, and then you've got to be confident enough to share your own ideas. And then we were working on other ensemble things yesterday and then last week as well. So for the end scene, we've got like a funeral and everyone's in that. And then there's a high street scene as well. Everyone's in that. So it just really expands the scene and just adds more depth to it.
We've decided for our scene that we're going to have like really cold colours for lighting to make it like quite tense, and we're going to have it silence as well for the sound to make it like awkward. And for our set, we're just going to have chairs and nothing else, because this is like the scene before like anything, like before life. So we want to make it as like natural as possible. And for costume, these guys are going to be in suits because they're like business people trying to sell life to me, and I'm going to be in like skin toned outfit to make it look like I'm, what's the word, like
Not, because you're not like in life, almost you wouldn't have like clothes and stuff. It's almost as if you're like, I don't know, it's like you're not
Before
a baby,
time.
but like it's before that, so
And,
you wouldn't
like,
have clothes and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. With the lighting, it's like cool, isn't it? But that's just for like so we can have like comedic like
Moments.
yeah, comedic moments into it.
Yeah,
like,
because I
Yeah,
feel
very
like with
cool.
like a minimal set and then like cold lighting and stuff, it allows you to like, it makes almost like an awkward thing because it looks like there should be more, and it like the cool light, it makes us like it's gonna like slightly wash us out and stuff, so it's gonna look like awkward almost, which then allows us to like add comedic moments and give the audience something they weren't expecting.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we're in like the early stages of rehearsals for it, so it's doing different like techniques that like you might use in the final thing but you might not, and it's using them to kind of understand your characters more. So things like Utag and denying questions, which you can do on your character, which for us 3 was hard because they're all very bland, they're very like unbiased and stuff. But then it helps you figure out how you use that unbiased but still get a character out of it, so it's not bland and the audience has something to bounce off. And then it's using things like, the other day we did like a party scene, in the sense where you went to that party as your character, which allowed to see how like your character would interact in that situation, which was helpful to bring out each other's thing and not breaking character, so you could sink into it easier. And then there's other techniques and stuff that we're still wanting to try to allow to work out how we want the scene to fit. So we tried like accents, and we decided that we were going to do different accents because the accent brought out a character almost for us. So Caden, you were doing like a Texas one,
I
right?
think I'm gonna do like a Southern American accent, and like I think with my character I'm gonna be like stressed and panicky about like what's happening. Like I think I'm gonna start like stressing over like pens and papers and that, like that are not relevant but are relevant to the scene, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had like a Scouse accent, and when I was doing that accent, it was a bit like sassy and that, and that also added to the character, because when you have an accent, you not only have the accent but you have a character to pair with the accent, because if you're just performing in your normal voice, it's more like you're just reading rather than performing.
Yeah, it's like more robotic, isn't it, when
Yeah.
you're just like reading off a piece of paper.
Yeah, because I went with a Scottish accent, which when I read the script, the lines that I ended up having were things like, oh, your first kiss, and like, oh, are you ready? That's a lot to take in and stuff. So I saw it kind of like almost like this old like grandma, like a little biddy, who's just kind of like over the top and like really like lovey and just like, oh, you're such a little cutie and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I went with for mine. And then Eve.
I don't know, I tried very many different ones, but I'm going to be very monotone and be like, yeah, when I'm talking, because I'm quite confused. So I feel like if I drag out my words, it just makes it like I have no idea what's going on. And it works, I think, for my character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Mhm.